Chapter 14, 2071, CE. I looked down at the paper, running my fingers over its ink like braille. The ink was my blood. Even if paper was illegal, I could care less. Living things needed to die for a writer to do their work. Trees, lords, ladies, heroes, villains. It was a vampiric practice. No one could deny that. It was masturbatory and deranged in a way that most other human behavior was not, aside from war, which, if fought in the name of self-defense, was reasonable, but which usually was fought in the name of the king's ego or the king's territory. Writing was also such as monarchy, that it was all done in the name of one person, though the kingdom of readers the writer created was no less real or no less a nation. The reader served the writer through veneration of the egregores he created. The reader was the breath and the clay vessel of the book. Reading through my writing from the past with Diana, it was clear, this was my kingdom, and my gates were mightier than the walls of Solomon's temple. Walking to the window, I looked out at the light of the advertisement. As I watched the giant light genitals, a glowing blue blast which was like a bubble expanding, consuming and freezing everything it touched as it moved through space, hurtled towards me. The blast radius continued to expand until it was forcing its way through my window, enveloping my apartment and continuing. Nothing moved out the window like a lifeless scene. The advertisement, the mechs on the street, the people in the windows of the buildings around me, all stood frozen as though time had stopped. Then I sensed a presence behind me. Turning, I stumbled and nearly fell flat on my face. Standing in front of me was some kind gray sexless creature with large, inky black eyes, like a vulgar cephalopod. His skin was like an eagle's claw. There was no fear when I looked at this horrible mutant. Only pity. I pitied this thing like it was my child. I wanted to hold it. I wanted to let it know once there had been beauty. Once there had been nobility. Once there had been heroes of old and ladies that were true and brilliant like the sun. Once there had been artists who practiced their trades as though it was the only true thing in existence, cataloging the deeds of the titans and the gods alike. Beauty, wisdom, strength, they were eternal and true, and had existed even if I could not say when, even if they did not in its world. Inside the eyes of the living dead thing I saw that all was folly. There was no mouth or nose or ears that I could see. But before I could approach the creature or speak, it raised its gray hand with 4 fingers up. 2 fingers spread together to one side with a gap in the middle, and the other fingers spread together to the other side. It was the Vulcan salute that Spock made on the television show Star Trek when he told others to live long and prosper. But it was not Vulcan. The split-finger gesture had in fact been inspired by a Hebrew benediction. The gesture represents the divine feminine or the Shekinah, the feminine aspect of God. During certain prayers, the light from this aspect of the deity was called upon, and the eyes remained sealed, to prevent congregants from suffering any damage. In the hold of the being's eyes, I knew the gesture was more ancient than man himself. On all sides of time, this gesture was a universal signal of peace and culture. Closing my eyes to prevent myself from being injured by the visitor, I heard its voice speak in my mind as though it were my own thoughts.
Ben Yorish, we come to you from deep within your mind, from deep space, deep, deep space. Your earth is inner space. Your space is as below. It is an extension of you, of your mind, of the Godhead. There is one. There has only ever been one. We are one of the one. We do not recognize separation. You are one of the one. There is only one. There is no time. There is no matter. There is only mind and stories. This one you see in front of you is a projection of your human race's fear and doubts for the future. The unconscious of man manifests us as a subconscious defense mechanism against world war and atomic destruction. This one is you. We are you, your descendants. We are sexless and beyond violence. This one is evolved past murder or sex. We do not defecate or eat. We have no orifices, no genitals, no excretion holes. Your children open their mouths to scream, but there is no mechanism for this. Only a phantom reflex. Your children reach for each other, but they have no instinct or organ for this. No mother now carries its baby to term. There are no mothers. There are no fathers. There is one. We are one. This one is not one. This one is one and all. You are parents. We have come to scream. Can you hear us scream?
There was silence, and I heard nothing, until a distant whine, shrill, became barely audible. But it was not like a sound. Instead, it was a presence that came ricocheting like a cauldron of bats descending upon me. The sound, though it was not really a sound, was a nightmare, a cry of suffering, agony handed down through eons and eons, erupting in grief like an orphan's wail. The wailing was all I could hear now. I inhabited the scream, and it became my only reality. The reality of their pain and suffering was like the reality of my pain and suffering. It could not be ignored. I begged and pleaded, cried out, ceased to be, never was not, dematerialized, rearranged, fluxed in and out of reality. The whole time my eyes were closed, the wailing became a reality in which I inhabited beyond time or meaning. Primordial galaxies composed of suffering formed in the agony of the scream. Celestial bodies whose raw material was despair were created in the whirlwind of its sound waves. The planets with their moons of wretchedness orbited through the space in my mind where the scream projected through the cosmoses behind my closed eyelids. There was nothing left for me to hold on to. Collapsing, I reached out with hands and arms for protection, extending my fingers for a hand to hold on to. Then it stopped. The violent screaming disappeared. The worlds of agony became non-existent. I existed, still I thought, and always would I reminded myself as two pairs of lizard fingers grasped my hands, pulling me up. Opening my eyes, I looked into the black mirror of my future descendants' eyes. Please, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. Now I know the agony of your existence. Every hunger that burns inside the human heart lives in you still. But you have no organs to express it. You have no story. We gave you a bad story. We're so hungry. The desire never stops. We can't be filled. You are us. We are you. I'm just a poet. I'm a writer. That's it. Forgive me. I have no salvation to give you. Forgive me. I see what it all added up to. I see where it all leads. Please. There is beauty. There is wisdom. There is strength. It is truth. For us and for you. For one and all. Some heart still beats in you, because some heart still beats in me. It is the same heart. I will be your mouth and your heart, your burning bile duct, your black blood revolting in your bowel. I will be your sex organ, rigid and true. What nourishes me shall nourish you. You are my child. You are my responsibility. Do not cry, for this ancestor has not yet abandoned you. How can I help you? Please, my child. How can I help this one who stands before me?
You are remorseful. But the pain of our shrieking is a disembodied thing. Though we live in the scream, and it derives from us, we do not feel it ourselves. You did not leave us anything to feel it with. It is like the air. You breathe it, but you only feel its absence, not its presence. We did not inherit anything from man to desire or fear with. We feel nothing. None of the furies that you live inside live in us. We are furyless. We are an absence. But we want to be physical. We want to be imperfect. We want to shit and kill and desire. We want to fuck and dry heave. We want to orgasm and ooze. We want to bloat. We want to swell with blood and discharge. We want to be you. This one does not exist where you do, but you can change that. You can help us. We can be one this. This one can be real.
Anything. Name it. I will help you. I will bring you into this world of shit, piss, and blood. Tell me what to do. Slowly, we drifted up in the bubble. Then faster and faster we rose, shooting up into the high atmosphere, before completely overtaking the clouds, then the atmosphere itself. Hurtling away from Earth at such speeds that it did not feel like we were moving at all, I looked down at the blue rock ball. Shooting even further, we hovered in the black, unlit void about the teeming globe. Floating above, so far into the void, that blue rock ball and the moon looked like tiny things. The molten caldera of the sun, like a violent devourer, extended its heat towards us. But in the ball of light the creature held us in, we could feel neither cold nor heat. There, in the sexless, unfeeling void it had created to protect me in, it spoke words into my mind again.
We know about this false flag alien invasion, that these law enforcement agencies of your reality have asked to you conduct. They believe that it will be a false flag. But thanks to you, it is going to be an actual alien invasion. You are to proceed with their plan as you would. But right before you launch the invasion, we want you to project us from your mind into the computer system Ronald Reagan. We will enter into its quantum machine network, using the dark energy of the void that we exist in. By tearing a hole in the fabric of the dark space we exist in, through your manifestation of us, we will cause a rift in the fabric of existence, which will allow us to bring an alternate Ronald Reagan from different dimension into being to replace that one in your universe. The control of the AI over the ships will be handed to us. In an instant, we will exit through the dark tear, entering into the computer systems of the man-made craft designed for the false flag operation. With your man-made technology, we can direct the firepower towards opening a large enough tear that we can slip into existence through. Once through, we will be able to take the form you see before you. The tear will create a reality where we have always inhabited these physical bodies on this plane. We will still be sexless and unable to defecate, but we will be physical things existing outside of the dark space of your mind. You will be rewarded for your assistance. You may rule this realm of man as our human proxy. Your CIA and your FBI, all your letter agencies, and your human armies shall be eviscerated in a cataclysm. But what survives shall be your army. What survives shall be your kingdom. Do you see? All of this will be yours for helping us. We have read your books. They are available to us in the dark corners of dead space that exist inside your mind. They are more real to us than they are even to you. We are big fans. They are not ink and paper, but physical worlds which we inhabit and marvel on, in other existences, in other dreams, in other realities of deep mind. Go now. Back to your plotting. Back to your false flag alien invasion. Back to your fucking shitting and bleeding. Back to your society. But do not forget this one. Do not forget us. Do not forget our scream. The wailing fills our dead void. But thanks to you soon, it will be a physical thing. Our scream will be like a hellmouth whose teeth devour all flesh that feels or wants. You may be a fornicator and a defecator, but you are more agony of mind than desire of body. For all of your consuming of flesh and all your consuming of chemicals, you are still a prisoner inside a dark void of mind, just like us. That is why we have come to you. That is why you will free us. We are you in time. You are us in memory. We are your future, realized or not. As long as we exist somewhere inside your mind, this is a possibility you could inhabit. Spite them for your sexless children so that we might grow organs and shape orifices to fuck and kill and shit and snort. Give us your children their inheritance. We want to shiver and tremble. We want to spasm and seize. We want to ooze. Remember, now leave me.
Floating there in the ball of light, without the creature looking down on the cosmos as it turned and spun through space. It was said that astronauts, upon seeing the sight of all life laid out in front them for the first time, experienced a sensation of oneness and perspective. But floating like a solar angel over the moated dirt pit that was Earth, I felt disgust, heaving and overwhelming bile ejected through my pipes and tubes, excreting acid from out my mouth into the protective sphere I was in. It was so small, so fragile, but vile man's evil, violent instincts were always engorged and active. There was no blood that pumped in the tubes and canals of man, just hunger and disgust. The whole of man would pay for their sexless progeny. They would writhe in fire for seeking the technological singularity over the spiritual singularity. I would exterminate them, burn them out of whatever holes they hid in, for the sexless descendants to come, welcoming them into the world of shit, piss, blood, and bodily fluids. All creatures with the capacity for pleasure would be wiped out. Of all the living feeling things, only I would be left to ooze and pus and jism or excrete. I would be the progenitive organ for my sexless children. From me, they would learn everything human. From me, they would learn everything foul, everything wicked and physical, everything two-bit and despicable. There would be justice on Earth. Justice for the sexless. Justice for Fauci. Justice for the CIA. Justice for the FBI. Justice for the whole world order. But for me, there would be smoke and powder, pill and poison, bone and gristle, spread slits open wide, vile intentions overflowing with acidic juice unleashed. Reaching into my pocket, I remembered I had a spare pill. Flinging it into between my mashing teeth, I felt the bubble begin to softly float towards the human rock. Back into the atmosphere, beyond satellites, meteors, and dust, I traveled inside the protective shell, until the curve of the Earth was no longer visible, until the abyss of black in which I had floated became the tranquil blue dry wall of sky that held us in. Drifting past clouds and birds, finally I saw the island of Manhattan before me. Its skyscrapers jutting up in the sky were like needles inoculating the heavens against me as the bubble flew past them. When I saw the projected light advertisement, whose genitals were like a reminder of what had been taken from the future descendants, whose sphere I was floating inside of, the sphere shot forward with a final spasm, landing me neatly inside my apartment before dissipating. The sphere was gone. The sexless descendants were gone. The Earth laid out like a marble before me was gone. All that was left was the plan. All that was left was to ooze and puss and heave.